Hey YouTube, this is Alex here again. I'm going to show you guys a little air compressor I built a couple years back. I just never got the time of making a video. Got an old propane tank. It's got a gas tape around the inlet valve. It's a 3/4 inch. I've got a 2.5 inch piece of pipe with double thread. It's black cast iron. I've got a cast iron T or cross. It's 1 inch. I got it down to 3/4 and then down to 1/4. Okay, I got a little T up here. I've got a pressure shut off valve that turns on and kicks off. Got a little gauge right there. This right here is off of a old actually it's still mounted to the whole plate and bracket and everything. It's a dehumidifier. Yeah, it was a little cheap right here. Got a little tape, but it works. I soldered in a brass fitting right here on the copper with a barbed fitting. That's all I did was just solder it. That was it. This is my inlet. I should probably have a filter on it, but it's all good. This actually is it's from the dehumidifier and it should have oil. So I take like gear oil and every now and again and do it. I don't know if you guys see that. I got it set up basically to kick on and kick off through here. So only got 2 wires. I've got it running all the way down here to the neutral. Basically, it kills and starts. It's basically like a turn off valve. This is exactly how quiet it is. It builds pressure decently. It's not like a super fast air compressor or anything, but it gets the job done. It's quiet. You can use this in your apartment. I got the regular fitting right here. I should probably have a pop-off valve, but I'm not even going to deal with it because this right here is off an old air compressor, and this right here is basically it can't fail. This one's got the fail-safe in it. Whatever pressure you set it to is the pressure that it's going to kick on and kick off at when you're using it and stuff. It's absolutely it's got no electronics. And when I took it apart, this is a piece of rubber, right? And this is a piece of steel with the piece the 1/4 inch thread into this, alright? And it's got a when the air pushes on it, it's basically got a damn needle. I don't know if you can really see down in there, but it's got a little needle that it just pushes, and it just lifts one side and pushes one side like that. See? I've got it only set to about 130 psi, which is still pretty damn good. Kicks on at about 100, so you can operate like your air nailer and everything like that. I got a little piece right here, an angle iron from a bed frame that I welded on. It's a very, very good, deep penetrating weld. The propane tanks are rated at like 400 psi, and then they explode. So, no comments on they're going to explode or not with this little weld. I'm a certified welder. I've been doing it for years. So, I've got a good bead. You can tell you got a good bead from the heat mark that you got right around it. But that's basically all it is right there. It's simple. Very cheap to build. Probably only cost me. This is all it cost me, was this brass T, this reducer, that reducer, that reducer. I've already had all these fittings, and this is what it cost me. This, and this T. That's all I paid. and I think I spent $4. I already had an old air hose, and if anybody's asking me saying I should put a check valve, don't need one on this particular one. It's got an auto check valve already in it. If I was to desolder this side right here, it would make a double air intake. It don't go any faster, but it just sucks in air from two different sides. You can also, if you wanted to reverse this, you can make this a vacuum chamber. Solder a brass fitting right here. Put your hose that's ready for vacuum pressure all the way to here, and then you get a gauge that's meant for negative pressure, and you're done. Well, comment, rate, do whatever you guys need to do. I was just here to show you guys how it works. Alright, have a nice night, YouTube.